Somewhere along the way, life quietly became a checklist. Wake up, check. Go to work, check. Pay bills, eat something, sleep, repeat. And then what? You look up one day and realize a whole year has passed, and you're not sure what changed. And inside, something feels stuck, like you've been living in a loop that no one warned you about. In this video, I'll show you a way to bring that feeling of progress back into your daily life. It starts with one choice: to stop running in circles and start moving forward. Remember the last time you played a game, any game, where you could actually feel yourself progressing? Every level was a step forward, every coin meant something, and every jump had purpose. That feeling of progress, real, measurable, motivating, is not just reserved for children playing video games. It's something adults need more than ever. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to bring that feeling back in the simplest, most realistic way possible. And all it takes is 5 minutes a day. Life isn't a checklist, it's a progress bar. Here's a strange thought. As children, we learned everything through play. You didn't read books on motivation. You didn't need a planner to get things done. You just played. And yet somehow you learned to ride a bike, speak a language, solve puzzles without a textbook or a productivity app. But then something changed. As we got older, life stopped feeling like a playground and started feeling more like a checklist. The curiosity was replaced by deadlines, and the playground became a calendar filled with tasks you didn't ask for. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your brain is wired to chase progress, not perfection. And it does this through a chemical called dopamine. But here's the twist. Dopamine doesn't spike when you hit a goal. It spikes when you feel you're getting closer. That's why in games, even simple ones, every coin collected, every progress bar filled, every ding sound matters. Their direction. They remind you you're advancing. Now contrast that with real life. You finish reading a chapter, no applause. You choose to actively listen in a meeting instead of just zoning out, but no one notices. Over time, your brain asks, why bother? Life without visible progress starts to feel flat, like turning the pages of a book where every chapter is the same. That's why the key isn't to work harder or live more seriously. It's to bring back a sense of motion, of progress, to create your own levels, to give yourself micro rewards. And it starts with the smallest wins, the little things you usually overlook. So if your day had a progress bar, how full would it be right now? Let's begin filling it, one small win at a time. Level 1. Small wins. Let's say you wake up tomorrow and decide, I want to change my life. Most people make the same mistake right after that. They start big. Big goals, big plans, big expectations. I'll go to the gym every day. I'll read 52 books a year. I'll wake up at 5 a.m. and meditate for 30 minutes. And by day 3, they're exhausted, frustrated, and quietly back to scrolling their phones. Now, here's another picture. Imagine standing at the bottom of a mountain, looking up. You know, the view from the top must be incredible. You know it's where you want to go. But when you look down at your shoes, feel the weight of your backpack, and notice just how far it is to that first ridge, you hesitate. Not because you don't want to climb, but because the climb looks impossible when you measure it all at once. This is where most people give up. And this is exactly where small wins begin if we choose to keep going. Because small wins are not about conquering the mountain. They're about lacing up your boots. They're about taking that first quiet step. You see, we've been conditioned to believe that progress has to feel heroic. That transformation needs fireworks, loud music, or a viral before and after. But in real life, change arrives much more quietly. It looks like choosing to take the stairs, even when the elevator is empty. It looks like turning off autoplay after one episode and going to bed instead. It looks like making your bed in the morning, not because it matters to the world, but because it whispers to your brain, today has structure, today has shape. And when those small wins become habits, something amazing happens. You stop needing to try so hard, because you've become the kind of person who moves forward by default. So today, don't try to change your whole life. Just read one page from the book that's been gathering dust on your shelf. Just stretch your body for 60 seconds. Or just get out of bed 5 minutes earlier than usual and call it a win. Now that you've built motion, it's time to build courage. Let's talk about level 2. Level 2, discomfort. If level 1 is about motion, getting unstuck and moving forward, then level 2 is about direction. It's the point where you're no longer satisfied just moving, you want to grow. And growth always begins in the same place, just outside your comfort zone. But here's the catch. Discomfort shows up quietly. It doesn't show up like a dragon to be slayed or a mountain to be climbed. It's disguised as hesitation or procrastination. It's opening your mouth to speak in a meeting, then quietly closing it again. It's wanting to apply for a job, pitch your idea, start that project, but ending up organizing your desktop instead. However, when you look back at the moments that truly shaped you, aren't most of them uncomfortable? That first interview where your voice shook. That difficult conversation that didn't go perfectly but needed to happen. That time you stood alone for what you believed in, even if your hands were trembling. Discomfort isn't the enemy. It's the gym where your courage trains. And just like muscles, courage doesn't grow from reading about it. It grows from small, repeated reps. One uncomfortable thing a day. That's all, just one. Not because it's easy, but because it rewires your relationship with fear. And the beautiful part? The more you lean into discomfort, the less power it has over you. Soon, what once scared you becomes your new normal, and you start to wonder what else you're capable of. Level 3. The gift of pain. Let's talk about pain. Not the loud, dramatic kind that fills hospital rooms or breaks hearts in movie scenes, but the quiet kind. The kind that lingers in the background of your life, that shows up when you're alone at night, wondering, is this really all I'm capable of? Pain is different from discomfort. Discomfort is speaking up. Pain is being interrupted or dismissed and sitting there with a sting. Discomfort is showing up at the gym. Pain is realizing how out of shape you are and going back anyway. And that's exactly why pain is level 3, because this is where most people stop. Think of sore arms after a workout. The pain means your muscles are rebuilding stronger than before. Think of wiping tears after a tough goodbye. It hurts because that connection was real. Pain is the proof that you're alive, growing, and playing at the edge of your current limits. So what does a level 3 look like? It looks like stepping onto the weighing scale, not to punish yourself, but to finally face a number you've been avoiding and use that moment to plan your first walk around the block. It looks like setting up your webcam and recording the first video for a course you've been planning for years, even though your voice shakes and your lighting is terrible. Level 3 is not daily, but when it passes, you'll realize you are not who you were before. You've leveled up. Turning life into a level system. Now that you've seen the system, motion through small wins, courage through discomfort, and transformation through pain, the question remains, how do I actually live this way? Because the truth is, motivation fades, inspiration fades, even this video will fade. But systems stay. And if you can build a system that's simple, personal, and flexible, it will carry you on the days when your energy's low, your confidence is shaken, and your progress feels invisible. So let's turn your life into a level system. Not a rigid schedule, but a living map of intentional choices. Start with level 1. Every morning, choose 3 small wins. Things that are so simple, so easy, they're almost laughable to write down. Make your bed. Stretch your body for 60 seconds. Open a book, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Those wins are your foundation. They build momentum. They create a rhythm. They tell your brain, today I move forward. Then once a day, look for your level 2. What's one thing that feels slightly uncomfortable but would move you toward a stronger version of yourself? Maybe it's calling someone you've avoided. Maybe it's sharing an idea you've kept hidden. Maybe it's sitting down to write, even though the words don't come easy. And finally, level 3 doesn't need to happen every day. But when life offers you that moment, when a hard truth shows up, when the cost of staying the same starts to hurt more than the fear of change, you'll know. And you'll be ready because now pain has a purpose. One day, you'll be grateful for this version of you. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman who used to sit in her parked car every morning outside her office because walking into that building meant stepping into a job she had outgrown, surrounded by people who didn't see her, doing work that didn't light her up. 10 minutes every day, frozen in the front seat. Until one day, she got out with the decision, today, I move. She started small. She took courses at night. She said yes to things that scared her. She said no to things that drained her. She applied for jobs she thought she wasn't ready for. She got rejected, and she kept going. And 2 years later, she sits in a different car outside a different place. That woman could be anyone. It could be you. Because one day, future you is going to look back on this version of you and feel something deep and grateful. So if you remember one thing from this video, let it be this. You just have to tick one small win or do one tiny brave thing. And when you do, the rest of your life will start to move with you. And that was everything. So if this story spoke to you even just a little, take a moment now. Like the video if you want more people to see it, and comment below, what's your first step today? And if you know someone who feels frozen, maybe this is the video they need. Share it with them. Be their spark.